It was on this day in 1990 that Lady Eva Balfour died. She was a pioneer of organic farming, the niece of Arthur Balfour, the Prime Minister, and she wanted from a very young age to be a farmer, something not normally done by people of her class, particularly young women of her class at that time. But during the First War, she got experience working on a requisitioned farm, and after the war, she and her sister bought some land, which they then farmed consistently for many years. For 21 years, she took regular samples of the soil and sent them off to a biochemist to be analysed. And she discovered that the quality of the soil that was not treated was considerably better than that which was. And eventually wrote a book, The Living Soil, which describes her findings and was a strong advocate for organic farming, not using pesticides. Sadly, for her, the climax of her research emerged after the Second World War, just as the government had decided by the 1947 Agricultural Act that lots of money had to be ploughed into doing things mechanically and using lots of pesticides because of the need to re-establish proper food production after the war. And it took much longer for organic farming to become established and recognised. In fact, when Eva Balfour was on her deathbed in 1990, she was told that she had been awarded the OBE. But in fact, what she didn't know was that she had been put on the list by a minister for this award, but the civil servant, disapproving and thinking it was just a cranky sort of weird thing to do, organic farming, took her name off. When the minister noticed this, he insisted it be put back on again, and the civil servant took it off again. But eventually she was awarded the OBE, and being a crank, she used to say that a crank is a small and inexpensive object that produces revolutions, and she saw herself as a crank producing a revolution in farming. But the thing that I wanted to share with you today particularly was that what she discovered was that in this 21 years when she was taking regular soil samples, that the soil knew when to produce the kind of the phosphate, the potash, the nitrogen that was needed to make the soil healthy for growing. The soil produced 10 times more of these necessary ingredients during the sowing season and the planting season and the growing season than it did during the rest of the year. It's the earth, the living soil, as her book was called, seemed to know how to produce the best crop. And I just think nature is extraordinary, the way it knows what to do. And sometimes our interference with nature doesn't help, as the battle for recognition of the dangers of climate change is helping us to understand. But it isn't just in the climate, it's in the soil, it's in so many different ways that nature knows what is best. And sometimes we just need to let it get on with it.